Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sintya Dwitami, and I make this video to complete my mid-test semester for subject cross-cultural understanding with Miss Suharni. Well, in this video, I would like to explain my PowerPoint, and I have to answer 3 questions. Well, now let we start from the first question. In my opinion, why learning culture is really important, and I have to state my arguments by giving examples. Well, in my personal opinions, learning culture is really important because culture is unite so many people. As we know, that culture is really unique and dynamic. It means if we learning culture, it will improve our knowledge and also our relation, and we will amaze about the culture around the world. And in the fact that so many culture appears, even in Indonesia, it also have so many cultures. And especially when we learn international culture, it definitely will foster mutual respect among people around the world. For example, by learning international culture before we go to other countries, we will have so many advantages, such as we will have a good understanding in the country that we will visit, and it will reduce the cultural shock that may be happen. Okay, next for the question number 2. Why do I think that intercultural communication happened, and what are the challenge of it? Okay, first I would like to explain about why intercultural communication happen. I personally think that intercultural communication happen because there are two or more people communicate each other that have different culture. For example, people in Australia communicate with people in Indonesia. They definitely have a different culture, and when they are communicate, it definitely intercultural communication happen. And basically, not only between the countries, even in Indonesia, there are so many cultures. So if such as people in Sumatra and people in Java communicate, they also call intercultural communication. Okay, next I would like to explain the challenge in intercultural communication. The first one is different language. If there are two or more people communicate and they have a basic language, they have a different basic language, it also become a challenge in intercultural communication. The next one is different perspective. Besides language, the people that communicate and each of them have a different perspective. It also became a challenge in intercultural communication. And the third one is the different habit and cultural between people that communicate. People in Sumatra maybe and people in Java have a different cultural and also a different habit, and when they communicate, the different habit and culture itself will become a challenge in doing an intercultural communication. Next, I have to answer the third question. The question is, how do I examine the plurality function in English and other language? And I have to state my arguments by giving examples. Basically, plurality means respecting the differences that appears in a community. As we know that English is also have a plurality concept, considering so many kind of English around the world, such as Singaporean English, Malaysian English, Australian English, and maybe Indonesian, and the original one British and American. So considering that so many kind of English, we have to respect all of that. And for example, a tough English for the first time appears in England, we should start to accept that so many people around the world don't have some accent and also some cultural. That means English have developed into some various and without we respect the original values. Okay, thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.